We begin our meditation by getting ourselves into a comfortable position, by softly closing our eyes or looking at the image in front of us. And allowing ourselves to be focused on the moment. Drawing attention to our breath, we allow our thoughts to just drift through, not paying them any attention, just letting them drift by so that we can be intentional about this moment. And as we continue to breathe, we continue to deepen our relaxation. Allowing that relaxation to flow through us, letting go of any tightness or tension, and allowing stillness to take over. The focus of this meditation is a reminder that we have agency or control over our emotional response. So often we are quick to jump to judgment or anxiety or stress when we're faced with a challenge. It's natural for us to revert to our common ways of responding. And before we know it, we're in an uncomfortable emotional state. One that we wish we could get out of. But we can. And so, I invite you, as you continue to focus on your breathing, to draw to mind a moment. Maybe it happened today, maybe in the last few days, in which you found yourself experiencing an emotion you were uncomfortable with. Maybe it was fear or anger, sadness. Whatever it was, draw that situation to mind. And as you review that situation in your mind, ask yourself, is that a common reaction for you? When faced with a challenge, do you tend to revert to that response? We take a moment to remind ourselves that our emotional state is within our control. Even when we find ourselves feeling uncomfortable with our reaction, we can step back and shift our understanding. And so I invite you to spend a few moments imagining a response within you that is calm instead of anxious, positive instead of negative, kind instead of angry. Whatever it is, imagine an emotion that you would be comfortable with, a response that would make you feel better about the situation. And just spend a few moments focusing on that energy and shifting that feeling from the negative to the positive. How does that feel for you? Do you feel a positive shift within your body and your spirit? So often our emotional states are reactive. And they come from a desire to control or to feel like we need to control the response or the narrative, that we need to fix things, that we need to make things right. One of the mythologies that we live with, particularly as women, is that we are responsible for others' emotional states. That we have to appease other people's anger or fix their sadness or abate their anxiety. And so we take it upon ourselves, even if it's not anything we have any responsibility for. What we do have responsibility for and control over is our own emotional response. And so I invite you to think about that situation you imagined. And if anything would change for you if you let go of that initial emotion. One of the ironies of life is that sometimes we have to let go of control in order to find it. Meaning that we have to let go of the things that we don't really have control over in order to find the things we do. That sense of peace or clarity. Jesus said, "Those who lose their life for my sake will gain it." And so we practice letting go of difficult emotions and exercise our own agency in claiming peace. And so I invite you for a moment or two to practice that by breathing out whatever emotion that situation brought to you or that reaction that you jumped to. Breathe that out and breathe in whatever emotion you wish. It may well be the antithesis of what you felt. And spend a few cycles of breath, breathing out the negative and in the positive. And as we prepare to draw our meditation to a close, we take a moment of gratitude for the agency that we have found here within ourselves. And we marked this place, this experience, knowing that we have the power to return anytime we want. And taking 3 deep breaths. We draw our meditation to a close. And when you are ready, you may open your eyes.